So we're here at UNIV Studios in a new 8th Street pop-up shop that we're doing for at least this month in Enciniitas, California. We're having a board release soiree. And so we're showing the Magnificent 7 boards. There's 7 of the first boards that were issued by 8th Street. I plan on doing this for years, and we finally got around to doing it. Me, Matt, Danny, Gurera, Godoy, Ron Allen. Even Schultes was like, yeah, let's do this. Because Schultes had one of the best graphics. Another thing that's pretty important about these boards is, as I've gotten older, I've looked at the Godoy's artwork, and I've just found that it's just really amazing. They were so ahead of their time with that tattoo style of artwork that they brought to skateboarding. I'm just a huge fan of it. How they did that in the 80s, you know, with just pens is mind-boggling to me. The dudes that actually play music, which is not me, they're gonna like have some smash-up song from one of the 8th Street videos that they're all gonna do together. Hensley with an accordion, and you're gonna have the Godoys with their rock and roll. Danny's getting in there with a guitar, I think, and it's just gonna be all time. 8th Street, only the faithful.
As a kid, watching the 8th Street videos was like my life. It was everything. I feel like a little kid again. I've known Carney for, I don't know, a couple decades now. I'm still excited. Almost the whole 8th Street team is going to be in one place.
Eddie, Jason Carney, T-Mag, Danny, Ortega, Hensley, and Al. Who am I missing?
Dude, this is, I can't talk about this stuff. This is top secret stuff.
He told me he rides 15 and a quarter.
I ride 16.
He told me he rides 8.
It's Chad Coster, drove down here from Las Vegas. I entered a contest on Instagram to be one of only 10 invites to the 8th Street release party. And this means the world to me because I grew up watching all these guys skate. Matt Hensley, Ron Allen, Tony Mag. All these guys are like some of my favorite skaters of all time.
Here's the other side of the story, right? I'm like, I don't know, 13, 14, I'm this little kid in Sweden skating and, you know, like, reading magazines and whatnot, and I see this guy in the magazines, and, you know, he was really the Tony Hawk of that time. He was the guy that innovated stuff, he had the style, he had all the cool sponsors, and we all just looked up to him, you know? So, fast forward a few years, you know, 8th Street started, skateboarding was getting big again, and I get a phone call from Gurera in our office, and I'm like, you sure about that? You know, someone answered the phone, I'm like, he was on the phone, it's like, can I be on 8th Street? I'm like, and then Ternanska was like, who's Eddie Gurera? So anyway, it was just a huge honor to have, you know, like, one of my childhood heroes that I looked up to, like, be on 8th Street.
It was amazing ride, and just to be back here again right now, it's pretty awesome.
You when I know I should think less. Caring about you, girl, I go a whole lot less. Get myself to you, and now I'm so less. I'm always thinking about you, yeah. I think a whole lot less.
So I just want to tell you guys a little story about the graphics when Matt and I and Danny and the other guys on H Street got together to work out these graphics. And we got together with Danny at breakfast and going like, hey, your board is one of the rarest boards in the world. Art drew the graphic, and for some reason that I don't remember, and Danny doesn't seem to remember, there was only one run of this board. And we're explaining to Danny that I personally know of one mint condition original Danny Way board that this dude in Florida has. And here he turned down an offer to sell it for $5,000 to this other collector guy. So then I'm sitting there talking to Gurera about this, that, and the other thing, bemoaning the whole thing about the Danny board and how hard it is to get and how hard it is to redo the Godoy graphics as to begin with. So Eddie goes like, yeah, I think I have one of these boards. I'm like, shut up. Go find out right now. So he calls him back a little later. And lo and behold, Eddie Gurera had one of those boards. He goes, well, do you want the board? I'm like, yeah, of course I want the board. But I'm not going to pay you $5,000 for it. Because if I do get it, I am going to have to give it to Danny. Let me see the board.
Damn, blood!
This is now the second original board that we know of an original.
This board was, like you said, a limited edition board when we first brought it out, which makes it very unique and very rare to find. Most people don't even know this is my first board graphic.
And I just think such great memories to see where Danny has come and all that he's accomplished for the sport of skateboarding. But yeah.
It all started right here.